Welcome back to a virtual story time. We are getting close to the end of May, which means these videos will be ending. It's been a long journey and we've loved every minute of it. So make sure you stop by in person here at Rehoboth Beach Public Library. Now, this week, we are reading the books of local authors in honor of our Children's Book Festival in Bridgeville on Saturday, May 14th. That means it's today. There's still a chance you can make it. Hurry. So, we are reading a book from an author that was at our last Children's Book Festival, Veronica Bartles. She has also done writing workshops here at Rehoboth Beach Library for us. So, hello, Veronica. We miss you. And this is a retelling of the Princess and Frog story. And it's The Princess and the Frogs. And it's illustrated by Sara Polacios. Let's get started. Sorry, hand problems today. Princess Cassandra should have been the happiest princess in the world. She had hundreds of dresses, thousands of books, and servants to bring her anything she wanted. There was only one thing she didn't have: a best friend. Oh no. I want a pet that matches my favorite green dress, she said. We'll swim and jump and play all day, and at night he will sit on my pillow and sing to me. The royal pet handler searched for the perfect pet, but it wasn't easy. The mouse was too squeaky. The kitten refused to swim. The hippo wouldn't jump, and none of the animals were green. Can we name some green animals? How about crocodiles or alligators? Parrots can be green. What else can be green? I need a pet that's just right, Cassandra said. So the royal pet handler searched mountains and valleys, rivers and streams, until he discovered a little green frog with bumpy brown spots for the princess to love. He's perfect, Cassandra declared. The princess and the frog raced through the castle, jumped rope in the courtyard, and sampled treats in the kitchen. After dinner, Cassandra tucked her new best friend into bed. Good night, Froggy, she kissed his bumpy green head. What happens when you kiss a frog? Whoosh! The frog turned into a prince. He bowed and kissed Cassandra's hand. Thank you, princess. Let us be married at once. She laughed. The princes aren't pets. I want a frog. She sent him back to the royal pastry chef to work for the royal pastry chef. Once again, the royal pet handler searched forests and meadows, ponds, and lakes until he discovered a shiny green frog with soft, smooth skin for the princess to love. He's perfect, Cassandra declared. The princess and the frog leaped across the moat, gathered lilies from the pond, and visited horses in the stables. After dinner, Cassandra tucked her new best friend into bed. Good night, Froggy, she kissed his slimy green head. Will this one turn into a prince too, do you think? Whoosh! The frog turned into a prince. He smoothed the wrinkles from his suit and smiled at himself in the mirror. The spell is broken. We can be married right away. Cassandra frowned. Princes aren't pets. I want a frog. and she sent him to work for the royal stable master. Word of Cassandra's search spread, and one by one the people brought frogs to the palace. Big frogs, small frogs, fat frogs, thin frogs. But each turned into a prince when Cassandra kissed him good night. She ran out of jobs for them. That's a lot of princes. I don't need help, Cassandra said. I'll find the perfect frog myself. She searched the pond among lotus blossoms and lily pads till she discovered a great green frog with a bright blue belly. He's perfect, Cassandra declared, but the frog disappeared into the tall rushes on the bank. I love hide and seek. The princess explored every cranny and nook until she found the frog in a clump of cattails. She scooped him up and carried him home. After dinner, Cassandra tucked her new best friend into bed, but when she tried to kiss his head, he hopped away. The great green frog with the bright blue belly was the best hide-and-seek player ever. Each time Cassandra found him, he hid again. Finally, she caught him sleeping under her throne. There you are, Froggy. She scooped him up into a hug and kissed his great green head. Whoosh! But I liked being a frog, the prince said. Princes aren't pets, Cassandra cried. But they were everywhere. Sprawled across the royal beds, using her dresses as tails for their kites, smudging sticky fingerprints on the best books in the library. I can have fun all by myself, the princess declared, so she sent the princes away. Cassandra played in the empty courtyard and read books in the silent library. But even her favorite green dress didn't make her happy. She still didn't have a friend. Then one day, Cassandra discovered a bedraggled little prince sniffling in the garden. I have nowhere to go, he said. Princess Cassandra sighed. You can't stay here. Princes aren't pets. I don't want to be a prince. He sat on the steps and sobbed. Cassandra wiped his tears with her handkerchief. I'm sorry. She kissed his curly head. And sploosh! The prince turned into a great green frog with a bright blue belly. Princess Cassandra scooped him up into a giant hug. I love you, Froggy. And the princess and the frog lived happily ever after, as long as she remembered not to kiss his great green head. The end. Thank you, Valerie and Sara, for such a cute little story. I love it. We'll be seeing you soon. Thanks for joining us.